Welcome back to another episode of Peep the Game, Finesse Accordingly. Once again, that's Peep the Game, Finesse Accordingly. Hosted by the one and only Def Finesse, a TDF Apex Predator. If you're new here, this channel is designed to encourage the young so-called black man to develop the mentality of a tiger.
Tiger? Huh?
Obviously, not by literally pretending to be an actual full-grown tiger, but rather by mastering your primary God-given gift, or as I call it, your TDF instinct, and also by finally reconnecting to your very own inner apex predator, aka your inner AP, that version of you inside of you that truly believes that you are destined for greatness.
In this society, on this earth, in this day,
And is perpetually frustrated with the fake ass environments and situations you constantly find yourself in as a so-called black man. Very similar to the predicament of a tiger stuck in a zoo.
Real fucking tiger in a fake ass habitat. Real fucking tiger, fake ass habitat.
I believe that in order to break out of this metaphorical zoo that you're in and to successfully escape back into the jungle where you can live life on your own terms, you must first develop 3 important characteristics. 1, you must become tireless. 2, you must become deft. And 3, you must develop a great deal of finesse. In other words, you need to be on some TDF shit. Now, with that being said, the title of today's episode is Black Man, Never Be a Nice Guy. Let's jump right into it, of course, on some TDF shit.
It's to die for.
One of the greatest finesses society has pulled on the young so-called black man is to make him believe that he's supposed to be a nice guy, as opposed to being a good man or even a great man. As a matter of fact, there's an all-out war on masculinity and manhood in general. The powers that be want to do away with that shit for whatever reason. But of course, they're always gonna crack their whip the hardest on
niggas.
The BS starts as early as elementary school, when they force young so-called black boys to accept the authority of their complete polar opposite, that being the liberal Caucasian white woman, who a lot of times is just a sad, sorry, bugged out, angry, single, lonely,
No good cracker.
okay, maybe I went too far. I went too far right there.
I take it back. I take it back. I take it back. I take it back.
My point is that she is a complete outsider that will never understand nor relate to the young so-called black boys she's quote-unquote teaching in any way whatsoever. Furthermore, she is completely hell-bent on effeminizing as many young men as she possibly can due to her own goofy programming. Be honest with yourself. Growing up, what real game did you get from Miss Becky, Miss Susan, Miss Abigail, Courtney, Heather, Amber, Ashley, and Amy? How did these white women prepare you for the reality of your position in this world as a so-called black man? What real game did they give you?
Absolutely nothing.
Sure, they taught us how to read and how to do some basic math and a little science. And hell, they even threw in some fake ass history lessons here and there. but their primary focus was always on programming young brothers to follow the rules and to be quote unquote good little boys that never rock the boat and unknowingly accept their designated position in this society through the non-stop programming of all these different liberal ideologies and philosophies these folks came up with
Just a few days ago.
after the young so-called black boy goes through the education system. He is then expected as a young man to go out of his way to affiliate and associate himself with all these different groups and organizations that don't give a damn about him, but love to front like they view him as an equal. Talking about some,
We have the right to freedom in this country. Well, goddamn it, we've never experienced freedom in this country.
even in the workplace, if you are not careful, you will be strategically maneuvered into being a nice guy through relentless, silly-ass tests and provocations. Due to the complete lack of respect many of these losers have for you and your manhood. What's interesting is that sometimes these losers are other brothers and even so-called black women. I'll never forget, I had a white boss tell me once that he was never sure if I was angry and how I needed to smile more. Now, mind you, this was months after he had effed me over in a ridiculous racial situation where he, by his own admission, wrongfully suspended me. I decided to move forward from that situation and continue to work diligently, and this goofball had the nerve to tell me to smile more. I wanted to cut him off like,
Do you know who you talking to, Peckerwood?
but of course, I knew better than that. For me, that situation was just another example of the complete lack of regard and respect a lot of folks in this society have for young so-called black men. But that's neither here nor there. So, in conclusion, I encourage brothers to be pleasant, to be respectful, to be courteous, but never be nice. Always put yourself first and prioritize your wants and needs over all these different losers in these different situations. Because best believe that when they're done with you, they'll throw you out immediately, like Courage the Cowardly Dog and shit. In other words, peep the game, finesse accordingly. I'm out. Hey, wait a minute. Hold on, brother. Let me holler at you real quick. So, you just gonna click off this video without leaving a like, leaving a comment, hitting the subscribe button, and you're not even gonna share it?
All the work I put in, nigga, fuck you, nigga.
I'm just playing. But shout out to all the brothers that actually are going to do this. You all are much appreciated. Now I'm out.